Welcome back. It's Gardener by the Bone. Appreciate you for tuning in to another video. Today I have a video. I put a new raised bed in the garden. Here's some of the materials you might need. I thank you for tuning in. If you don't mind, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and hit the like, hit that comment, and don't forget to hit that bell, so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Remember, we got action over here on Gardening by the Barn. Right here you see me, I'm laying out some of the garden fabric, the landscaping fabric. You've seen I put the blocks that you put the wood in, you put your boards in. I'm laying out the fabric. You get this landscaping fabric from one of the box stores. You put that down so it'll stop, kind of stop some of the grass from growing up in your garden. You don't want no weeds in your garden. It's not going to stop 100%, but it'll stop the majority of it. So right here you see I got my 2x6x8, and I'm putting it in the slots of the stone here. I'm just showing you this to show you how simple it is for those of you trying to start a garden or have a desire to start a garden. It's not too late. You still got time to plant you a summer garden. And it's just this simple. And if you really don't want to do a summer garden, you can still, learn how to do the raised bed, and you can do a fall garden. You can have it already set up, and the only thing when fall comes, you can just plant your garden. So here you see me right here. Continue to I put two sections of the weed barrier fabric down. I got the video speeded up a little bit because it would shorten the video. The video would be kind of long, and I don't want to bore you. But yeah, you see me here, and you probably not be able to see me, but I put also some I didn't include this in the items needed. You can get some landscaping staples. They're big staples that you put down on the landscape fabric where it keeps it in place. You also use the boards and the stones to also keep it in place. Here you see me putting the other on the right side. We're putting this is a 2x6x8 board, and this is treated wood as I put in the items needed. You don't have to make your raised bed this size. You can make it any size you want. I just chose to make mine a 4x8. It's 8 foot long and it's 4 by foot in width. You can make it smaller or shorter. Now this is the remaining board. This is the one where I'm going to cut it in half, which there are 8 feet long, so I'm just going to cut it in half. So here you see me, I'm just going to use a little Sawzall or the reciprocating saw right here. Here I am marking it. It's an 8-foot pole, so I'm going to cut it in 2 sections of 4 foot, and that would be just cutting it in half. And like I said, you don't have to cut yours and use yours in these dimensions. You can make your raised bed any size that you choose to. You can make it bigger or you can make it smaller. I'm just giving you an idea of how simple it is to make a raised bed so you can start gardening and grow your own food. And over here behind, you see I still have my previous raised bed, my previous garden over there behind us. And you see right here where the saw is sitting on, I got my bags of soil and I got my black cow, as I listed in the items needed. You'll need some garden soil and you're gonna need some black cow. And whatever fertilizer you choose, that's your choice. You can put in what you want. Y'all know garden crew, if you've been watching my videos, y'all know I be using the bone meal and the blood meal and the garden line. Those are my go-to choice for fertilizers. So here you see me cutting the 2x6x8 in half here. There's nothing technical about it. Anybody can do it. This is really all you have to do. And I think that if you go to the box store, that you can get these cut. They'll cut them for you. You only have to cut one, unless you're making more than one raised bed. They will cut them for you. If you don't have a saw, or you don't feel like cutting it, you can get them to cut it. And here you see my son here. He's assisting me in making the raised bed. And this is the other part, the 4 foot. It will be the width of the bed. The length is 8 foot, and the width will be 4 foot, and that's a half of a 8 foot board. And it's really simple. You buy these planter blocks at the big box store, and then you have a slot. It's a concrete block, and it has a slot in the middle. I think it is on all 4 sides. There's a slot. So here you see me right here, emptying out my compost. If you've been watching the videos, you know that I have been putting compost, grass clippings, and weeds, and old garden straps in this old trash can. And here I am. This is a year's worth of compost that's been in there since last summer. And when I pulled this out, I didn't even know that the compost was as it was. This was some good compost in the bottom of this trash can. These grass clippings and garden scraps has all broken down, and it is some very good compost. And here you see me rigging it in the raised bed. I'm filling the raised bed first. I'm putting a layer of this compost, my old compost that I made. And here you see this big block. This was at the bottom of the trash can. This right here is a big block of grass, weeds, leaves that has all broken down over a period of 1 year. And this is what you're looking for. We would call this here in the gardening community, this is your black gold. You remember the TV show, The Beverly Hillbillies? This is your black gold. Remember I told you, working in the garden is some tedious work. It is hard work. You gonna sweat, you gonna be tired. But at the end of the day, at the end of you doing all of this, and when it comes to harvest time, it will be worth all of the hard work you put in. So here you see me, I'm raking out and spreading out all the compost that came from my trash can, my old compost trash can that I was using. And to those of you that never watched the video, it's a new trash can that I told my garden crew about in previous videos that the trash people I never used it. It was a brand new one, and I told them to come pick it up, and they never picked it up. So I decided to use it as a compost container. So I've been using it as putting compost in it, to make my compost, putting garden scraps, putting grass clippings, leaves, and what have you. So here you see me, spreading out that compost, that like what I call that black gold. This is right here is gonna really help your garden to take off, because you just think about it, all of those nutrients, all of those things that was in those that was discarded. That stuff breaks down, and all of the nutrients are in there. And so all of it just sits in there and just marinates for like over a year's time. So just imagine it. This is gonna make your garden smile. As I told you, garden crew, we got action. Over here in Garden by the Barn, we appreciate you. We appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate those of you that have subscribed to the channel, and those of you who are just watching the video for the first time. If you don't mind, go ahead and hit that subscribe button And hit that like button and drop a comment. What you see me just put over there, one of my amendments, you know, the fertilizer of my choice that I like to put in there. That was the garden lime, the amenities. You know, I put that, and here's the soil that I chose. I didn't get this from, I got it from Walmart. This is some garden soil. You can use this in your raised bed. Only thing it is, the difference between this garden soil and some potting soil is that, or some raised bed soil, is that you may have to add, you know, some amenities to it. Like I said, I put the garden lime in there, and I put bone meal and blood meal. Those are my go-to fertilizers. I've been using those since I started gardening. And here you see me right here, I'm putting in the black cow. You know I like to use the black cow. That black cow is a compost as well. That's the black cow. You can get that from your box store, your big box store. So here you have the finished product of the raised bed. This is how simple it is to start a garden. For those of you that want to start a garden and you don't know what to do, you don't know how to do, well, here it is. It's just that simple. You see those blocks, you get those blocks from the big box store, those concrete blocks. You get your 3, I put the items in previously at the start of the video. You write down those items and go to the box store, and you get these items and you assemble it just as I've shown you. This is the finished product. It is just that simple. That you can plant. And remember, I said this is an 8 foot by 4 foot raised bed, but you can make it smaller or you can make it larger. If whatever you choose to do. You can make it half the size. Whatever you choose to do, whatever fits your location. It fits what you want to do in the garden. At the time when we put the raised bed together, I had in mind what I wanted to put in there, and we already planted. By the time this video comes out, we've already planted in the raised bed, and I'm going to give you a preview of what we planted in the raised bed. Give you a couple of photos of it. But this is enough. You can grow plenty groceries in this raised bed. And like I say, Garden Crew, I appreciate you watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And this is the preview right here of what we put in the garden. We've already planted. So like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned until the next video. And I appreciate you, Garden Crew, for tuning in. This is Garden by the Bar.